Clayface instead of the version we ultimately got. Now, obviously, this was cut from the game because Talia's body transforming into Clayface right in front of us wasn't how things ended up playing out exactly, but it still does give us some insight into what the devs originally had planned, so it's definitely possible that this idea of Clayface impersonating Talia al Ghul did still make it into the final release in some shape or form. So if this theory is correct, then what happened to the real Talia that we had seen just before Protocol 10 happened? Well, my guess is that this Clayface Joker probably led her on just long enough to find out where the Lazarus pit was so Joker could become immortal, and once they arrived, he revealed himself to actually be Clayface and killed her off screen, taking on the role of both Healthy Joker and Talia al Ghul right before the final confrontation with Batman. Alright, well I do think this would have been a very cool twist at the time. Looking back now, this theory just doesn't really add anything. I mean, if we take a look at Arkham Knight, Talia is basically confirmed to be dead regardless, between Batman mourning over her in the evidence locker, there being a spot for her body in the morgue. Yeah, whether this was the real Talia al Ghul that we saw die or not, doesn't really change anything because she probably died off screen to Clayface even if the theory is right. So yeah, an interesting concept surrounding Talia that definitely could have been hints to a plot twist that just never ended up happening, but we'll probably never truly know what the case is here, so have fun speculating, I guess. Moving on to theory number 6, made by Mr. Jag. One of the thugs you beat up and capture in Arkham Knight is secretly the supervillain Victor Zsasz in disguise. Alright, this is by far one of the most interesting Arkham theories I've ever covered on the channel, but it is kind of different in a way too. You'll see what I mean. So we all know Zsasz, the insane serial killer at this point, right? He makes a couple of brief appearances in Arkham Asylum, has his own dedicated side mission in Arkham City, and was actually supposed to have his very own DLC in Arkham Knight as well, but it was unfortunately scrapped from the game entirely, which makes this small cameo on the clock tower footage his only actual appearance. Or is it? You see, in one of the side missions at Arkham Knight, Lamb to the Slaughter to be precise, Batman has to go to the Lady of Gotham in order to save Jack Ryder, who's currently being held captive by Deacon Blackfire and his cult of religious followers. Okay, so maybe Zsasz is one of Blackfire's followers that you fight and we've just never noticed him before? No. Zsasz is Blackfire. I'm not even kidding. A few months ago, Mr. Jag was messing around with in-game textures and modding stuff, and he was actually able to remove Blackfire's hair and beard from his head. Now, I don't know about you, but hairless Blackfire sure looks a lot like the Zsasz that we saw in the camera footage, doesn't he? Comparing this picture to Zsasz's character profile from Arkham Knight for a closer look, we can even see that the two have the same facial structure, wrinkle marks. I mean, the only real difference here is the eye color, but as we've seen in the other Arkham games, Zsasz's eye color isn't exactly consistent. Alright, so they may look extremely similar, but how can we be sure this is actually Zsasz? Well, in the game files, guess where you can still find Zsasz's unused knife that was originally going to be meant for him before his side mission got cut from the game? Inside of Deacon Blackfire's folder. Wow, okay, so Victor Zsasz, who we saw roaming around Gotham earlier on the clock tower footage, somehow just became Deacon Blackfire and grew a religious cult later into the night? How does that work? Well, no. From a story perspective, I would say there's still two different characters for sure. What I mean is that when Zsasz's side mission was ultimately cut from the game by Rocksteady because they didn't have enough time or didn't want to focus on finishing a whole nother murder mystery with a full-on boss fight at the end, it's extremely likely that the developers didn't want all their hard work that had already gone into Zsasz's mission to go completely to waste. So knowing that they weren't going to use it for Zsasz himself, it's possible that Zsasz's character model was simply repurposed for Deacon Blackfire instead, where they just took Zsasz, threw some hair and tattoos on him, and called it a day. Like I said, this is definitely a more unique theory, but I still find it incredibly interesting if it's actually true. Once again, shout out to Mr. Jag for all of this. The fact that for all these years we've been trying to piece together what might have happened to Zsasz and wondering where he is during the events of Arkham Knight, and this whole time he might technically have been right in front of our faces, just with a hair and beard disguise of sorts, I guess? Pretty funny, I can't lie. Theory number 7. Jason Todd was spying on Batman during the events of Arkham City. Alright, this is a theory that's essentially canon, but it sort of sets up the next theory on this list, so we're gonna go over it anyways. In Arkham Knight, if you head inside of the abandoned shopping mall that the militia were using as a headquarters, you can actually find a bunch of pictures of both Batman and Robin hanging up that were clearly taken from a distance from someone who was stalking them. Who, you might ask? Well, aside from the fact that they're literally inside of the Arkham Knight's base, these photos are also a scannable riddle, which all but confirms that the stalker was none other than Jason Todd. One of these pictures does stand out from the rest though, that being this one in the center with a knife stabbed through it. Now, doesn't this place look familiar to you? Well, it should, because this photo was clearly taken during Arkham City midway through the story when Robin met up with Batman to give him the line launcher. Notice how it's the exact same rooftop, Batman and Robin are both wearing their Arkham City suits, and they're both standing in the exact same position that they were in during the actual cutscene as well. Now, I was even curious to see if I could actually line up the shot with Batman and Robin myself in-game using a modded free cam during the cutscene just to get some further insight, I guess. And yeah, judging by the angle it was taken at, it seems like this specific water tower was almost certainly the vantage point Jason was using, meaning he took the photo from all the way up here. Funnily enough, the top of the water tower is also conveniently just out of view for the entire conversation here, so we can't actually see him spying ourselves, but regardless, it seems pretty clear that Jason Todd managed to somehow get inside of Arkham City and was stalking Bruce's every move throughout the story, planning his revenge on Batman. Now, like I said, this theory is basically confirmed to be true unless this is somehow just a case of reused assets or something, but I doubt it because Jason being inside of Arkham City was even a concept explored within the tie-in comics, so yeah, seems pretty clear where the devs were going with this. Something else cool that I just realized though, you know where this water tower is? Right next to Monarch Theater. So that means this is where Bruce first lost his parents, where he met Dick Grayson for the first time, where Joker and Talia died, and also officially where Jason started his revenge escapade against his former ally. Like, wow, it feels like this place has been the home to nearly all of Batman's character development in the Arkhamverse. I don't know, just something I thought was pretty interesting. On to theory number 8. Batman knew Jason Todd was still alive and never died to Joker. Alright, this one not only ties into the last theory, but it also kind of goes hand in hand with a different theory we just talked about in the last video as well. So if you missed it, the original theory is basically that Batman had already sort of guessed that it was indeed Jason Todd behind the Arkham Knight mask before it was actually revealed to him face to face. The reason for this is because throughout the game, we constantly see Bruce desperate to find out who the Arkham Knight could possibly be. It didn't start out that way, he even says that he doesn't care about the Arkham Knight's identity when the two first meet at Ace Chemicals.
Do you know what I'm thinking right now?
Of course. You're thinking, who the hell is this guy?
No. I'm just trying to decide which one of you I'm going to take out first.
But as the night goes on and Batman continues to learn more and more about him, he also becomes more and more desperate and suspicious that it could be a former ally of his since the Arkham Knight somehow knows everything about Bruce. His tactics, secrets, strategies, all that sort of stuff. Anyways, that's the very basics of the original theory, and the reason I bring that up is because I actually got a comment on that video about something in-game worth checking out that's extremely related. You see, in Arkham Knight, there's actually some very interesting stuff that goes on in these Jason Todd torture sections of the game that can only be seen from a very specific angle, hence why nobody really picks up on it. So let's see if you can notice it. Watch this last scene of Jason's torture extremely carefully.
Hey, I never asked. What's the big secret? Who is the big bad bat? His name. Tell me.
Of course, sir. It's...
Did you catch it? No? Let me slow it down for you. From this angle, when Joker shoots Jason to kill him here, instead of piercing Jason's armor, you can clearly see that the bullet completely misses to the right of him. It never even makes contact with Jason. Now remember, while this scene is probably pretty accurate to the original videotape that Batman received from Joker, this still takes place all in Bruce's own head. It's his own twisted memory of what happened. So if Bruce is envisioning the bullet missing his former Robin completely, it could mean that that in the very back of his mind, he truly believed that Jason had survived Joker's torture and was still alive out there somewhere. Also, if you didn't know, within Arkhamverse lore, Jason didn't need to be revived by the Lazarus Pit. In this continuity, he never actually died to the gunshot in the first place, so yeah, it fits. But wait, let's take a look at one of the earlier torture sequences as well. Now, in this first one, we can see that Joker shows Jason a picture of Batman and his new Robin, Tim Drake, in order to convince him that he's already been replaced, right? Well, the weird part, if you actually take a look at the picture Joker's holding here, it's the same exact one that was captured by Jason from on top of that water tower during the events of Arkham City. Now, obviously, if you take this photo being here at face value, it simply doesn't make any sense at all in the timeline, unless you remember that, again, Bruce is creating these sequences all within his own head. This specific photo being here wasn't the actual picture that Joker used to show Jason, but rather it's Bruce filling in the gaps with his own mind. So if Batman envisioned someone stalking from a vantage point and taking photos of him and Robin on that rooftop, he must have known that he was being spied on during this cutscene, and not only did he know that someone was stalking him here, but in his own mind, he also directly connected the stalker to his former ally, Jason Todd. Wow. So not only is it likely that Batman had suspected Jason to be the man under the mask hours prior to when it actually was revealed to him, but even before all that, it seems like Bruce had always had sneaking suspicions in the very back of his mind that Jason Todd could still be alive. Instead of accepting this truth though, it appears that Bruce was continually second-guessing himself, essentially burying those thoughts in the very back of his mind. Okay, so I would say that the one problem with this theory is that, yeah, this picture being here in Jason's torture sequence could just be a reused asset. I know, that's no fun, but it definitely could be the case. I don't know though, I still like to think that Bruce was smart enough to pick up on the fact that someone was taking pictures of him from that water tower while he was standing on that rooftop with Robin, and not only that, he might have also known deep down who the stalker was as well. I mean, is there anything more Batman than that? Alright, moving on to theory number 9. The Mad Hatter we see in Arkham Origins isn't the original. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, Jervis Tech, aka the Mad Hatter, has his very own side mission in Arkham Origins. After you listen to the song from his henchmen, you get an invite to his hat shop, and once you arrive, you'll obviously find Mad Hatter talking with a bunch of his mind-controlled goons, right? Well, if you turn on detective mode here, you'll notice that unlike everybody else in the entire game, Mad Hatter has no bones. Yeah, that's really weird, and you know what it could mean? This might actually be Clayface in disguise. I mean, a character not having bones has always been a telltale sign of Clayface throughout the entire Arkham series, whether it be in Arkham Asylum, where you can see him shapeshift into some of the more prominent people at the asylum, or in Arkham City, where you can see that the fake Joker you fight is clearly made of clay as well. So with that said, does this officially mean that the Mad Hatter we see in Arkham Origins was secretly Clayface pulling off an acting job? Well, I'm gonna be completely honest here, no, there's no way this theory is actually true. Aside from the fact that this wouldn't make any sense from a story and character perspective whatsoever, I don't think Basil Karlo had even turned into Clayface yet at this point in the Arkhamverse anyways. The reason I say that is because in Arkham Origins, there's evidence that Karlo was performing some sort of show, and yeah, if he's still doing jobs like this, it definitely doesn't seem like he's Clayface just yet in the prequel era. Instead, this issue with detective mode here is 1000% just a minor mistake by the dev team and a total coincidence. So no, Mad Hatter isn't missing his bones in Arkham Origins because he's secretly Clayface, but I do think it's pretty funny to talk about, which is why I ended up including it. Anyways, I won't drag out this theory any longer, let's move on to the last one. Theory number 10. Batman purposely let Joker die at the end of Arkham City. Let's end off an incredibly interesting theory that could very well change the way you see one of the biggest plot points in the Arkham games entirely. Okay, so during Arkham City's ending, after Batman defeats Clayface, Joker tries to use the Lazarus Pit, and Batman stops him by launching a sword directly at Joker's head that ends up hitting some sort of power box, I guess, leading to a massive explosion, right? Now, taking a closer look at this scene though, you've got to ask ask yourself, did Batman even mean to hit the power box that he couldn't even really see, and had also fully anticipated Joker ducking out of the way as well? Or, in his rage over Talia being killed, was he intentionally trying to throw the sword directly at Joker's head, and everything that followed was just a coincidence? I mean, if you think about the context, Batman is pissed right now. He wants Joker dead. If there was one person, one exception to make, it would be him. Fast forward a bit later into the scene, we see Batman debating this out loud, whether he should give Joker the cure or not, almost baiting the clown into making a move in a way. Once the move was made, Batman dropped the vial, and that was that. Now, I want you to think about this cutscene like this. Joker knows Batman better than anyone, right? These two characters have such an extremely strong connection. So if Joker felt desperate enough to make a move like that in this situation, literally stabbing the arm Batman was holding the cure in, he must have truly believed that Bruce wasn't going to give up the cure and that he would have to fight for it. Ultimately, after the cure is destroyed, Batman does tell Joker that he would have saved him, and Joker laughs about it because he clearly didn't think Batman was going to. You wanna know what I think this could be though? All of this could have been a subconscious cover-up job by Batman to avoid curing Joker and letting him die, but then could lie and say, oh, I would have saved you in the end. Not just to convince Joker here, but also to convince himself. Deep down though, he knows he never wanted to hand over that cure. Now, while this theory of Batman purposely letting Joker die has never been outright confirmed in later Arkhamverse entries, it is implied through dialogue, multiple times in fact. You see, Arkham Knight actually has these things called Scarecrow Nightmare Challenges where you race around a fear-gassed Gotham with syringes, giant scarecrows shooting red lasers at you, you get the idea. If you haven't seen these challenge maps before, that's because they're unfortunately exclusive to the PS4 version of the game. But anyways, in one of the dialogues, Crane will say this to Batman, obviously talking about Joker's death.
You fooled everyone but me, Batman. You let him die on purpose, didn't you? Deep down, beyond your moral code, you knew what had to be done to save Gotham. For every rule, there is an exception. He was the exception, wasn't he? We both know it wasn't an accident. Batman doesn't make mistakes that cost lives, not even on his worst day.
Now, if Crane of all people is saying this, the guy who we've seen working as a professor, the director of rehabilitation at Blackgate, no doubt a master of psychology who studied how the human mind works inside and out, there must be some truth to it, right? With that said, he doesn't really know what happened in the Monarch Theater, and he certainly can't tell us exactly what Batman was thinking during this cutscene. You know who can though? Batman himself. In Arkham Knight's main story, during the whole Harley Quinn Panessa Studios part of the game, when you take the elevator, Joker tells Batman this.
Oh, come on. You think you're different because you never killed anyone? Newsflash! You killed me. I was there, remember? You destroyed my cure right in front of me. Watched me choke on my last laugh. And then, after killing me, you said you would have shared. You couldn't admit I'd won, could you? Not even as a parting gift?
Now, reminder, while we physically see Joker here, these are hallucinations that Batman's creating all within his own mind. And if they're confirming that he killed Joker, it just reinforces how Bruce truly feels. Now fast forward 5 years later to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I know, a lot of people like to just ignore this game as part of the Arkhamverse, but Bruce does say one thing in this game that's extremely interesting, so I'm including it. During the whole Batman boss fight, if you die while playing as Harley Quinn, a game over sequence will play out like this.
I killed Joker. Now you join him, Quinzel.
While he's under Brainiac's mind control, Batman's thoughts are completely unfiltered at this point. No emotions, no restraint, no nothing. So when he says, I killed Joker, it's basically a raw admission of what he truly believes deep down, that he let Joker die. So basically, while I do think that this theory kind of makes Arkham City's ending less poetic in a way if it's actually true, it's still theoretically possible that Batman had come to terms with the fact that things had gone on for far too long after Joker murdered yet another ally of his, the only woman he'd ever loved, and so he knew what he had to do. He finally had to cross that blood-red line, make that one exception, but he did it in such a concealing way that he could ultimately convince himself that it wasn't his fault. In the very back of his mind though, it seems like he knew exactly what he'd truly done. Thanks for watching.
place for all that's happening in Gotham City.
Batman Arkham Knight turned 8 years old just a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's been that long since we've gotten an Arkham game. So to honor the anniversary, I decided to gather some of the best fan theories we've made over the years and put them all into one large list. These are 10 Arkham theories that could potentially change everything. Starting off, we've got the bad blood theory made by none other than Clown Puncher 139. In Arkham City, we all know that after having Joker's blood transfused into him, Batman starts to die extremely quickly due to what we think is Titan poisoning. But wait, this doesn't make sense because Joker had been poisoned for an entire year and he was still very much alive, at least until the end of the game. So why did the effects of Titan poisoning nearly kill Batman in a matter of hours while Joker was able to survive for months on end? Well, this theory claims that Batman isn't dying from Titan poisoning, but rather as a result of a bad blood transfusion. Now, there are 8 different blood types as humans can have, and mixing these blood types can result in extremely quick deaths. To prove that it was a blood incompatibility killing Batman, Clown Puncher was able to use Protocol 10 announcements to set up time frames.
Protocol 10 will commence in 4 hours.
As well as analyze Batman's symptoms, which, surprise, almost completely match that of a bad blood transfusion. So we can pretty much assume that Batman and Joker don't have compatible blood types, so when Joker's blood is transfused into Batman, that's what causes Batman to die, not the Titan poisoning. This blood incompatibility led to Batman being on the verge of death in a matter of hours, but he was able to drink the demon's blood just in time, curing his bad blood transfusion. While this stopped all of his symptoms and prevented him from dying immediately, Batman was still infected with Titan poisoning and would have died some months later had he not taken the cure at the end of Arkham City. This theory is really the only explanation as to why Batman was dying so fast compared to the Joker, and overall it's one of my favorite Arkham theories I've ever seen. You should definitely check out Clown Puncher's full video on it. Now onto our second fan theory, which is that Scarecrow used his fear gas on Killer Croc before the whole sewer boss fight. Remember how in Arkham Asylum, Scarecrow got absolutely mauled by Croc, pulled underwater, and still managed to survive? Well, the theory is that Scarecrow was actually able to inject Croc with fear toxin while the two were underwater, which is why Scarecrow was able to escape with his life. This would mean that Croc was actually under the effects of fear toxin during his entire boss fight, which would explain why he never really targets Batman directly, instead choosing to hide in the water to try to get a sneak attack in. Now, of course, Croc's strategy in this boss fight could also just be because he didn't want Batman to activate the shock collar, but in my opinion, it's cooler to think that Croc's indirect approach in the sewers was instead caused by fear toxin. A little bit of a bonus theory, but Scarecrow obviously didn't escape this attack unscathed, right? Well, some players believe that because his face was so damaged by Croc, Scarecrow had to stitch his mask onto his face, which explains his look in Arkham Knight. However, this theory can kinda be debunked because you can find Scarecrow's old mask still fully intact in Arkham City. I might be somewhat biased for throwing this one in, but I just had to include one of my own theories, okay? The theory is that Jason Todd actually planned to become the next Batman after killing Bruce in Arkham Knight. Allow me to explain. Now, we all know that after beating Jason's boss fight, multiple Red Hood symbols started to appear around the map to indicate Jason's switch to vigilantism. However, a couple weeks ago, I was able to find an undiscovered Red Hood symbol inside of the Arkham Knight HQ that's hidden behind this large curtain. The only difference between this symbol and the others is that while all those symbols were made after Jason's boss fight, this particular one had to have been there before Batman beat Jason and convinced him to become a good guy. What does this mean? Well, considering that Jason had already created his own symbol and had even built a Red Hood aesthetic into his militia suit, I think it's safe to assume that Jason had been planning to become a vigilante way before the events of Arkham Knight. Now look, Jason wanted Bruce dead more than anything, but he also knew the crucial role that Batman played in protecting Gotham, and he didn't want to leave the city defenseless. So how does he get what he wants? Simple. He takes on the role of Batman himself after killing Bruce. And that, my friends, is where the idea of Red Hood was born. Jason invented this new vigilante, this new symbol, this new protector of Gotham, all while planning out how he would kill Bruce at the same time. This was the vision that he saw, a Batmanless Gotham that would still be under protection, just under his protection. Now, I'm sure some of you are asking, well, why did Jason become the Arkham Knight and team up with other supervillains in the first place? Well, Jason knew what it would take to kill Batman. This wasn't something he could just pull off by himself. No, he needed an army alongside some of the most powerful criminals in Gotham to finally take down Batman. These alliances would also help to build the trust of people like Scarecrow, Two-Face, Penguin, and more, which would make it extremely easy for Jason to betray and kill these villains after he became a vigilante himself. So basically, Jason was never the bad guy, just someone willing to go to great lengths to get revenge. A lot of people dismissed this theory when I first came up with it because I used mods to get a good look at the Red Hood symbol, and that apparently doesn't make it canon. So for all those people out there, hey look, if you tilt your camera angle like this, it's still perfectly visible, even without mods. On to theory number 4, made by Jinpachi, which claims that Anarchy never showed up in any later Arkham games because he's been dead this whole time. In Arkham Knight, traveling around the outskirts of Bethesda Studios will eventually lead you to this strange ledge. Now, not only are the guard railings completely broken off in this area, but there's also huge claw marks along the wall, as eventually led to the League's civil war. Now, Shiva's a tough character.
Let's make Snoop Dogg's favorite recipe, billionaire bacon. This one's only 4 ingredients: brown sugar, black pepper, and chili powder. Give it a little mix around, then sprinkle it over some streaky bacon. For crispy bacon, you've got to cook it low and slow, 135 for about 40 minutes. Now they need to cool, so get them on a cooling rack. And now you have 15 minutes to do whatever activity you like.
Work today.
Grand Theft Auto 5 has dozens of active players every day. There's always something just long enough resemblance to Tracy with a similar hairstyle and matching face. I'll leave a link trailer spot.
Well, look who's back.
We all thought this was hairstyle and the hammers, and she says,
well, look who's back.
We all thought this was Rockstar's way of saying they're back with a new GTA, which is Smith Tracy would probably freak out over. But this wouldn't be the first time. She's completely covered in mud, which is something Tracy would probably, in fact, an addict. Then with Joe, it wouldn't be out of the realm of to know what you. Lamar shares 5 mates of and to us. All that was we can still call it about Frank often the who make us smart. It turns out members during the mornings for our guests to further instead happened through Phillips. During this brief encounter, Simeon has 2 thugs jump you, and once they're handled, you're given the option to kill Simeon. But thanks to the After Hours DLC, we know that killing Simeon isn't canon, as he can be seen hiding in the office during a business battle set inside the dealership. A year later, Simeon leading a bunch in hiding, offering us a series of conversations immediately covered to run his shady repo business at Premium Deluxe Motorsport. Next up, we have Trevor in some Tracy, and that's an appearance on ADO. The whole thing goes for about 20 minutes, and during during the episode, during the switching discovered time we doors, and Ron had somehow gotten himself into a wrestling match with a woman, later revealed to be Luchadora. Ron asks us to help him out before being interrupted by the group's leader, Dax. Eventually, Dax realizes that we pose no threat and begins to introduce us to the rest of the gang, called the Fooligans. Ron expresses his concerns to Dax about Chef, who had passed out after taking a large amount of drugs. Then killed the Hooligan on Fonz back in for a not he's even alive. But in 2022, with the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC, we got confirmation that he is. Not only is Wade alive, but it turns out he has some pretty interesting connections. As mentioned earlier in the video, Wade is Wade's cousin, and Wade himself used to roll with the Fooligans place. Doesn't highly of Wade's agent Michael, responsible for range profile game, which infest safe with him, but he wants to stay out of trouble in paradise. He later calls Mike up. We've got the Madrazo. Martin, his arc quickly appears a bunch of assassination hits. Apart from the initial cause, and again in Madrazo offer he physically out to hand the Madrazo of some intel on the family. Due to our operation, drunk with her friends, Bio's comments shut pair is game. The only threat the person for Laszlo. 5 years afterwards, he quickly GTA 5. Laszlo once again returns in the After Hours DLC during the introduction to the nightclub, appearing younger than before with barely any visible wrinkles and sporting a shorter hairstyle. Likely Laszlo is rehearsing an unwanted live performance of his and celebrities into the club. Announces now the club scene dance will act fan based with some, although Easter of the night could be done with and Vigi. The opportunity the situation spirals in a then just packed crimes of the unably develop as a criminal under. Be sure to leave a like.
Design shorter side.
Run into the front door or try to play it smart? Ah, Norm. Came across as a bit of an idiot, but could be useful.
So, who's next? Michael DeSanto, formerly Michael Townley, right? Can I just say, you're the reason I got in the game? Us?
Shit! Pick it up, man! You're dropping more than you're bagging!
Go!
You gotta tell us, man! What the hell? I should...
Came across as a bit of an idiot, but could be useful.
Take the rush! Outside kids' cranial room. You're proud, didn't I?
What do you want? You got my money, punk?
Kind of. Oh, no, bro.
He is and I... Man, actually, man, that's what... I'll send the...
Alright, frame rate?
Oh, I'll say it. I don't die. Dark water. What is that? Among Us guys. Who the fuck out of here? Okay, no. See, I'm very crippled and things are not working in my favor. Am I flying? Like, I'm like a flying jelly bean right now. Oh my god, I hear some sirens. Could someone ring the alarm? Oh, wait up. Get some smoke in this bitch. Yeah, wait, invisible punches. This is actually impressive. Okay, I'm hitting him so much, just like I'm jerking him off. That was very sus. Legs are. Ow, yo! Oh my god, more of his friends. I'm not the imposter, boys. Get the fuck out of here. Look at the chest logo. The fist. That looks like it's good. Looking like handsome school. Yes. Oh, and look at the map. This rain, but hey. Oh my god. Wait, I have full control. Yes. Oh, and look at the map. We got enemies to kill. Where's my... Did it get stuck on a... Wait, what the fuck? No way. When Superman loses his legs. When Superman loses his entire bot. Hello? Guy, look at the wheelchair now. It's all f***ed up. No one gave me a manual to, I don't know, attack this thing, but hey, everything. I'm ripped in the... Nope, Superman. What the hell is that? And a better than hockey you got nothing. Dude should not be talking. What the? Okay, the trunk space go crazy. And should, oh my god, that's talking to each other. Wait, hold on. Wait, no, come here. Oh, no, I pressed the wrong button. I'm out here just kicking fools in the face. Listen, I know I'm supposed to be doing like an Ivy mission right now, but I ain't vegan. I chew my meat. There's a lot of dude meat now, too. Oh, no! Hey, I won't be losing for much at this point. No built-in air condition at all. No AC. We'll be literally using a suit with no built-in air condition at all. We have the Fallout suit. It's wavy. Don't ask questions, okay? Oh my god. Yo, honestly, I love that show, the Fallout show. God, it's amazing. Fine. Ain't good. Absolute chaos. Fallout's added V. Captain America. Sure, you check your shopping. Dude, this suit's beautiful. But hey, it's time for me to clean up the city streets from these thugs. Oh my god, why do they all turn at me? Oh, wait, the shield. I got the staff. And some clean moves. Dude, wait a minute. Cap in an Arkham game is actually impressive. Watch this, watch this. He's got me just clean. Go inside this ground. Oh, I can. Nice and warm in here. Oh, it won't let me ground take down. Oh my god.
Listen up. We are.
Someone hear what that means? Well, it clearly means cat, a pussy in this bitch. Whatever you say. Time for some Who's Chaos videos. Nope, fuck it. It's time to be a cat, a pussy in this bitch. I don't think I've actually played this character before. Oh my god, this is fucking sick. Oh my god, wait, how did I do that? This is a thing. Me next. How am I silent takedowning? Wait a minute. Riddler versus Catwoman? Like I said, I'm bulletproof, right? I should be able to take these boys, I hope. Wow, I'm very snatched. Look at the cheekbones. Oh, this, no, there. No! This is hell. Okay, just don't get hit by the blender. I don't want to whip these for my. I didn't think the ghost that guy. That one, I can never act or going back to the tank anymore. Even goddamn eyeballs. That again because we want the cancer bat because we are now the man bat. Yes, this command that we really wanted, baby. Oh my god. Aren't I hurting my fucking paws doing this shit? Yeah, get choked out by a human bat. Oh my god, dude's coming straight to land. If you saw this dude, yeah, the goal? 5K run. Look at. I don't care about Robin. Do I look like a Batman? I need you guys to caption this image right. Oh my god, right now. Anything you come up with. I never taken out like one of these drones before. Let's see if it actually works. Oh my god, something the man bat would actually do. Holy shit, I'm not paying for that. I mean, I can. I'm literally just an animal. Oh my god, I'm just realizing something. I'm a bat and I'm blind. Maybe I'm actually blind because where the fuck am I supposed to go? No, wait, it's right here in the console. Press the button. Bro, your aim is actually dog shit. Oh, he's actually hitting me now. I'm an endangered species. Press the goddamn button. Guess what? I can't really type because the man bats. No, seriously though, how come I can't press the A button? No. But now we say hi to a whole new character and a character that hopefully has thumbs this time. Oh, dear Lord. It's the Wolverine. He's in that new movie that just came out. Oh, it's amazing. Love that guy. Thank you, Hugh, for everything. But listen, we've already used Wolverine in the last modded video, so it's time we upgrade to Wolverine that's even more badass. A Legoed version of it. He's got no thumbs. Oh my god, dude, the way he flies. Oh, this is sick. Can I not reach the terminal? What the f? Okay, dude, something weird's happening here. And it ain't the mods. When Wolverine can somehow fly in this universe as a brick toy, don't question it. I'm the Wolverine. Time to kill enemies. Oh my god. You guys gonna let this dwarf of a character beat you up? Wait, why is there so many of them? No! Oh, now I can't see. Hey guys, don't trip on nut. And our skin care painful than stepping on. Oh, hey, I mean, leave their name in the hell. Armless explosive gel on this bad boy. Okay, how the f did that? Oh, Plank, shears your eyes. Is it just me or does Plank always seem concerned by his expression? Flips and tricks off the building. Oh my, yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Get on, pussy. Honestly, it really blows my mind though, because a splinter from this fucking dude would hurt. Flipped. I'm literally playing blind right now. I don't know the okay, he definitely slapped my ass there. Oh no, no, guys. No, chill, no. And goodly, it's Spider-Man. And I mean, the black version. Hey, oh, do I have the web wings too? There we go. Yo, I actually have the moves of Spidey too. Wait a minute, where's my webs at? He's literally stuck in the ground. There we go. One more. I think this is the last guy, right? Let me take you out for lunch. Oh, Oh my god. Oh, that was the last guy. We didn't get like a weird slow-mo, but that's fine. What do I need to touch now? Dude, I am just so impressed with all the detailing in this still. Look at this. Oh, wait, I'm actually Spider-Man. Oh my god, this is sick. When Spider-Man loses it and stops holding back in the nuts. Oh, it's the dude guy. Dude. I know you. Wait, did I just turn into the Joker? Or am I in the ceiling like a spider would be? Itsy bitsy spider, I'm gonna take him out. Down goes the rain and let me hit you in the mouth. What universe are we in? The daddies are choking each other. I don't know why, but I'm spamming my X button like it's gonna do something. Wait, did he just Houdini shit? Here goes nothing. Excelsior, Thomas. Excelsior. Oh! Is he gonna die? Nailed it, I think. Dude, I can actually just keep afloat and fly in this game. But it's time for me to go home and change my suit. Ooh, look at that. That was smooth. Whoa, whoa, wait, huh? What is this? Since when? Yeah, I feel like we're gonna end up wearing this suit later in the video, to be honest. But anyway, we're off to the movie theater to meet Harley and save the day. Gotta defeat these guys first. Get out of my movie studio. As Spidey, it feels like I can do anything. Holy oh my god, Harley, you look great. And you're not modded, but the jiggle physics are insane. You're missing. Oh no, no, this ain't good. I'm punching his crotch. One more time. There we go. No. Other dude. Okay, maybe we're gonna get that bat cake happening. I'll place the rest of my head. I have enough. It's like my chest.
So many Where's the E-Man? Can you find the E? No, my father.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I am all over me. Going me. Where is it? Where is it? Where is Omni-Man? Where is Omni-Man? No, where is he? Where is... I don't know. Are you losing? blocked. Bro, no, it's blocked. Yeah. If I lose out, make a wrong time. Nah, that's crazy. It got blocked. Just eating block. How much stash, somebody?
You might salt away every single second.
Play. Nebot sets up Dallas with Parker into. This is Tim. Embiid thought he got.
Wait. Somebody by the name of LBJ might be visiting today. I'm gonna let y'all.
You were drafted almost 10 years ago.
Damn. Yo, come on, bro.
When you look back at how you started to how far you've come, what's changed?
You know, just thinking to the world.
I had to cut her off, though her skin was butter soft. Now I'm calling up a mother since you wanna.
Oh my God! Oh, and my wife. Oh God. I might just play. You know what? Play. You know what? Hey, you know. Love me this game. Better than this. Oh, there goes. Hip hop off your brain.
Survivors who cannot reach the Marshall Municipal Courthouse should contact us on this frequency. We'll make every effort to get you an escort.
Maybe later. Not now.
I'm on the move.
Copy that.
I'll check this out next.
Copy that.
I'm there. I'll take a look around. Got a horde on the move. Spotted a weird one. Let's consider that done. headed out.
Roger that.
Come on. I think we're gonna let's go.
Let's move. Give me your best shot.
Zombies on our left.
How much longer I can hang on? After how much longer I can hang on? After how much longer I can hang on?
Has anybody seen Jack? He's still missing.
I need a breather.
stuff out there?
Headed out.
Copy that.
Attention citizens. If any of your loved ones have contracted what's being called Black Fever, we advise you to quarantine them immediately. While at this stage, the Army does not believe the disease is communicable, its onset is extremely unpredictable. An unexpected death will lead to spontaneous reanimation.
Just hang in there.
Don't let him get up!
All right, you're safe. Let's go, let's go.
Okay, I think I'm ready to head home now. Let me tell you, there's nothing like staring death in the face to make you reevaluate your life decisions. Like back in college, I was in a car accident. Stupid. Trying to drive home after the frat party. Lost control and swerved off the road. Wrapped my car around a tree. Didn't hurt anybody else, thank God. But 3 weeks in traction really made me think about the direction I was going. Got out of the hospital, and I swore I was gonna clean up my act, get sober, and turn my life around. And then the dead started rising from the grave and eating people. Fuck it, I need a drink.
Here we are.
Thanks. We gotta go.
Hey, you. So long.
I need.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You, my friend? You rock. There, I said it. Nicely done. Not gonna happen. Hey, better luck next time, I guess, huh?
There's some trouble we might want to look into.
Hi. Come on. Quit moping around. I need your help. I'm on it. We've had some pretty rough luck lately, huh?
Yeah. Just seems like we can't catch a break.
Yeah. Seems like things have hit you especially hard.
Look, could we just not do this right now, please?
That's up ahead. Not gonna happen. Looks like there were no zombies around. Watch behind us. Okay, now we're gonna kick some zombie ass the old-fashioned way. Finish it off! Break it! Fucking skull! wearing yourself out. I'm loaded up. See you back at base.
Roger that. We're waiting.
You got it! Ah, damn it. Come on. This has got to be making you feel better, right? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, I'll follow your lead. Let's do this! I can't believe that noise didn't bring any zombies. This is good, right? I mean, it doesn't suck. All quiet here. Listen, I understand where you're coming from. You know, we've all lost a lot. You did good. I know things are looking pretty bleak right now, but just try to remember that everybody is here for you. Thank you.
How's it going?
Look, I'll think about what you said, okay? That's good.
What's the sitch?
I know things seem bad, but we're gonna make it, okay? And you're gonna help. Now let's go.
Whatever you say.
There you go. Don't say I never gave you anything.
What you got?
So, what are we doing out here exactly?
Just taking care of some business. Figure pitching in might make you feel better.
Heads up. We got zombies coming in.
Okay, now we're gonna kick some zombie ass the old-fashioned way. Grab it! Nice work. Things are looking up already.
Thank you. Lead the way.
Let's do this. Better look around some more. Confirmed. We are set free here.
Look, I don't know what we're doing out here, but don't you think we should get back?
We're about done. Thank you, by the way. I couldn't have done it without you.
Bullshit.
I mean it. We gotta stick together, right? I mean, alone, I would have been vulnerable, but we need people to watch our backs.
I appreciate your concern. It means a lot to me.
Thanks.
I did it.
So, you gonna go talk to Joe Wilkerson? What you doing?
I'll check this out next.
Alright, best of luck.
Decisions.
Talk to the boys if you're looking for a trade. I'm busy here.
We've been hearing some rumors on the CB. People out looking for supplies, getting robbed. Stuff like that.
I see. And you're the law in this matter, are you?
More like a concerned citizen.
Well, your concern is noted, but we haven't had any problems here. We look after our own.
And you wouldn't know anything about this, would you?
Take a walk with me, will you? Let me see if I can explain how things are. Funny thing about people, they don't much like to challenge their assumptions. Now, me and my brother, we done pretty well for ourselves in all this. Other folks see that, and, well, it is in the character of very few men to honor, without envy, a friend who has prospered. Aeschylus said that. And an envious man is a man who will spread rumors about his neighbors.
Right. Because normally gun-running moonshiners are such upstanding citizens.
Because we're businessmen. It's all about seeing the long game. Rob a man, and he'll give you what he's got in his pockets. You sell him what he wants, though, what he needs, and he'll keep on coming back to give you everything he has.
Did Aeschylus say that too?
Here, let's ask Mickey. Mickey, our friend here's curious if we've been stealing from our fellow survivors. Seems there are rumors to that effect.
Shit. If we was, wouldn't be anybody to spread no rumors.
See? Nothing to it. Now why don't you run along, and if we hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
Job denied it, but I'm pretty sure they know something about it at least.
Perfect. Our friends and neighbors. What should we do?
I think for now we just tell our runners to stay extra sharp. We don't want to antagonize the Wilkersons if we don't have to.
All right, I'll let everybody know. You watch yourself out there too. Out there. Do what you can.
Made it. Gotta look around now.
Might want to head down to the courthouse and see what's going on.
There's a horde. There's a freak. Looks like that's all there is to see.
Somebody's broadcasting something. I'll get you the location. The more infestations there are, the more dangerous the streets get.
Hello, first.
I got nothing left.
So, I've been sketching some plans in my spare time, and I think I hit on something. I think we've got the space to plant a little garden if we wanted. It'd mean we'd have to spend less time scrounging for food. Plus, eating fresh foods and vegetables has to be better for us than the canned stuff. Just got word on the radio. Sounds like Doc's in some kind of trouble.
Where's he at?
According to the reports, he's up at the cemetery outside Spencer's Mill.
Hope he's not expecting to find any patients up there. I got nothing left.
Ain't too proud to ask for help.
Break his fucking skull! I got nothing left.
And I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna stream here.